So PJ is just a cute little robot guy. It's very on brand for Stephanie. She loves playing little weirdos.
I have a history of playing weird little guys. Just the weirdest, strangest, littlest folks. I don't know. I take a lot of joy out of playing D&D, so I feel like all of my characters are kind of inherently joyful in some way. Like, they're just jolly goobers that are here for a good time, you know? And that's what I'm here for. So that's kind of the basis of all my characters where they start. As a player, I feel like it's a lot of fun to play PJ because he is just an agent of chaos. I mean, he doesn't really have a good, like, foundation for morals or, like, humanity, because he is just a little, I don't know, guy.
PJ's a goofy character.
Who has just this extremely dynamic personality. Seems so sweet and so friendly, and yet also has a lot of weaponry that comes out of nowhere, and has in fact stabbed a man to death. So you know, lots of layers to PJ.
PJ is kind of like, for me, while playing with Stephanie, who plays PJ, is a light in a kind of dim or dark campaign with a campaign with a foreboding entity behind it. So PJ's just enjoyable to play with, to see them interact with all the shenanigans that we get up to, and also adapt both in a positive light, kind of like towards what Ellisen is, and then also in the more maybe practical or maybe the morally gray area that Mo tends to go in.
PJ is kind of very quickly getting corrupted by Mo and turning into a bit of a murderer. So, you know, that's something we'll have to deal with at some point.
He's been kind of alone a lot of the time because, you know, as we learned, he's been, you know, floating through the astral sea for a while before he met Mo and Ellisen. So I feel like he's really taking a lot of cues from Mo and Ellisen, which is really leading into a weird collide of just doing what he thinks is in the right moment, you know?
So, like Mo, PJ is from the Solovithian system, and he grew up in kind of a different part of it. So, the area that PJ grew up in, Kulara, was inhabited primarily by astral elves, including his creator.
PJ's creator, Elindra, was an astral elf from a different system, the Slovathian system, which is where Mo's character is actually from. So it is fun to have like two characters from the same kind of like neighborhood in a whole other territory that they're not familiar in. Elindra was kind of a very much kept to herself. She ran like the Celestial Observatory, so she was very much a loner and just a scholar. So she didn't really interact that much with PJ. I mean, let's be real. She created him to help her chart the stars and things so she could have less on her plate. And PJ was just left to do that. So the only person he had to talk to was the moon. So is it any wonder how he ended up this way?
PJ is a fun character to play with. He's a mysterious robot who has dreams and visions and speaks with a moon goddess, and there's a lot of mystery involved surrounding the character. And Milo is, you know, to him it's as strange as anything else he's seen so far. But as a player, it's an interesting backstory that I don't really know too much about at this point.
PJ has a connection to the goddess Oblivia, who he is not really aware of the identity of yet, so he calls her Moon Mommy.
PJ is unsure who the moon is, who's actually talking to him. All PJ knows is that there is a deity or some kind of higher being that has contacted him and is giving him helpful information and also is talking to him, and that's just nice, you know?
PJ is this adorable little robot gnome who may or may not be receiving messages from quote-unquote Moon Mommy.
And she's really into her Moon Mommy.
And everyone's just a little unsure whether the visions that he gets from Moon Mommy are real or not.
Although I think at this point in time, Ellisen is kind of on is on Team Moon Mommy.
But sometimes it seems like maybe her Moon Mommy might be onto something. So that's pretty cool.
To be honest, I don't think Milo takes much credence with what PJ says half the time. Like it's all, Greek to him. Does he believe in the gods and the universe? Of course. But as far as like a little robot that converses with a Moon Mommy, he's seen stranger things.
PJ talking to Moon Mommy is going to kind of have some consequences in the world, and we'll just have to see what that is.
So PJ's like, wow, someone who cares about me and like my feelings, that's cool. Like, yeah, of course I'll help you do this thing that you need me to do, which we haven't revealed yet.
But PJ is like adorable and has little wheels, so that way. Oh wait, hold on. Are we using they them pronouns? We're not consistent.
Is it male or female? I mean, not that it's important, but
Neither.
okay. So
Any
I
pronouns
can
work.
interchangeably use perfect because I
PJ
call
is interchangeably a he, a she, a
perfect.
they, it
Thank
doesn't
you.
matter.
Okay, but not an it.
I mean, maybe an it if someone's an asshole.
She's silly and irreverent, but she's smart.
Most thoughts on PJ are ones that are extremely practical. So, PJ has made Mo laugh. PJ has made, let me be specific, has made Mo smile with one side of his mouth.
Ellisen hasn't had the opportunity to know very many robots. Or know an awful lot about technology in general in her life. And so PJ is this amazing novelty to her, but also just this incredible welcoming presence. PJ has the most incredible torso of any character. PJ has a trunk of holding. He stores everything that we need, and I'm waiting for the day that we just shove a whole person in there. Yeah, it's inevitable. It'll probably be Silax. That's gonna be my guess. And so yeah, she and PJ are definitely besties.
And PJ is my friend. Nicest friend.
Ellisen would die for PJ.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, PJ is a character that I think is going to very much grow throughout this campaign. I'm not sure if that's going to be in a good way or a bad way, but he's going to grow.